Hello and welcome to the vlog. I'm filming an intro here in part because I'm sort of fixated on capturing memories that I experienced, and I would like to sort of narrate the experience for me and talk about what happened. So in this vlog we are going to be going on a fairly impulsive impromptu trip to go see RAYE, the artist, in Toronto, Canada, and it was such a cool experience. Mostly like these internal validation things, like I can go do things and I don't, like, in a physical way, need other people to be there with me. And RAYE is such an incredible performer, and the show was so uplifting and deep, and she's so talented, and I loved so much about this trip. So let's just talk about how it came to be and what happened. And I'm also about to go to bed. This has been my favorite little lip balm as of late. Well, it literally is a treatment. It's a peptide lip boost, and it's minty, and I've just brushed my teeth, so that's amazing. I'm also putting this on. My big sister bought it for me. It's my other favorite scent from Lore, Des Fruta. So good. It's just like a smoky cocktail, and actually I feel like it feels similar to listening to RAYE. So I'd been wanting to see RAYE, and I planned on going to the Philadelphia show because she was not coming to my state anyway. But as time went on and I kept like going back and forth about whether I should go or could go and how much it would cost, by the time I got money that would make it seem possible, the tickets like doubled in price. They're like $400, $600 and more, and I was just like, I cannot afford a single ticket, and then I have to drive, so I need to rent a car and all these other things. But I was still really fixated on seeing this show. This year, a lot of like, in the first quarter, what kind of stuck out as being the most important thing to me is the idea that I should start like intentionally going after life, catching life. And since that, if I see an opportunity, it's really important to me that I try to go do it, because life is so wonderful and magical when you make sure that you see it, especially as an adult. Like, we get distracted. Oh, look at her. Look at her. I love her. She's stunning. Disfruta. Hold on, I'm putting this on. Thank you to my sister. Bedtime fragrance. Smoky, gorgeous, citrusy. It feels like a moment happening. Okay, let's focus. Okay, so I noted that there was a performance in Canada, and like, you know how the sites, and I checked all of them, like SeatGeeks and Ticketmaster and Vivid Seats, and all of them were quite like similar, especially for Philadelphia. And I noted that on one of the sites, it was saying like the lowest seats, and it was in Canada. And then I was like, how far away? And I sat on this for probably like a few hours, and then I talked to my best friend about it, and she was like, if you don't go, I'm gonna be upset at you. And I was like, you know what, like, I should go. And I talked to my mom, and I was like, I really want to go. And it's like, I'm always waiting for this invisible hand to like push me to make me say yes. Anyway, and so I bought the ticket so I couldn't take it back. And then I bought a hostel, and off we were to Canada. We made it. So to record this bit of the trip, but unfortunately, like, there was a whole situation with, I'd lost one of my credit cards, and even though the car rental was $158, they needed something with over $500 in the card, and only one of my cards had that. So it was lost. It was in the back seat of my car instead of where it should have been, and that took like 40 minutes to find. My roommate was waiting for me. It was a whole thing. Finally, we get on the road, and I have like 15 minutes separating when I'm supposed to get there and when the show starts. But I'm a believer in like, let's go. So I drove from Ohio to Toronto, Canada, and it was just so cool. Like, the whole time I couldn't help kind of smiling. And also, there's all these ways in which I am so loved. Like, my mom was calling every few hours, and my sister was calling every few hours, and my other sister made me a playlist. And I'm just like so grateful to you guys, because I know they watch all my stuff. But yeah, so we drove, and Then we got to RAYE and I changed in the car, and that is where we start this adventure. Hello and welcome. Oh, it's gonna be difficult because I have to get ready, but welcome to the vlog. A lot of times in life I talk a lot about what I should do and what I want to do, and every once in a while I just do. I am so excited to bring you guys along. We are in Canada. I'm seeing a concert. I do have to get changed though. I'm literally like just wearing what I wanted to wear to drive to be comfortable, and I'm gonna change in the car in this parking garage, and then we're gonna go see RAYE. And yeah, so I'll just bring you guys along. Buckle in, like, comment, subscribe. I don't have makeup, so I'm just gonna do a cute lip, and you'll see. Okay, I have to get ready. I have 20 minutes to get in there, and I want to get merch and, like, yeah, the whole thing. Shout out to my mom for teaching me how to get changed in a car. And my sister for letting me borrow this color. I think they'll be good. Road. Things are magical, and all works out. Money. I put on perfume. Perfume of the day is Lore, Somewhere But Nowhere. I bought this little body wash for Amy because I genuinely love it. I've been thinking about a full size for a while. I'm hoping that they won't be upset about this purse size. It's not very big. That's it. You're coming with me. So let's go. Alright, the outfit. Quick, so we're honestly just gonna be grateful that in any way it's coordinated. I do love the top. And I gotta lock in. I go forward. Oh, entrance hall. Let's go that way. Okay. I'm so excited. I love RAYE. Also, this lip color, so nice. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So we get to the concert. I change in the car. I look and feel good. My sister also let me borrow that lip color, which I really like. And we head in, and I knew I needed to eat, I needed to pee, and I needed a merch shirt because I was like, this moment needs to be marked in multiple ways. So I go inside again, like mere minutes before it's supposed to start. I got there 15 minutes before the show. I was supposed to get there 10 minutes before the show, so I made 5 extra minutes. That the first merchandise line was so long, and I was like, in every venue, listen to me, people who are going to concerts and who are new to this, there is normally at least 2 vendors, like, so just take a little lap. So I did, and I went to the other side of the Coliseum, all while hearing, and I went to the Coca-Cola Coliseum, because these are things I want to remember, all while hearing the beautiful voice of Absolutely, who is RAYE's sister. She sings like an angel, and she's so talented, and I love her as well. And she was singing the I Dreamed a Dream. It's from Mamma Mia. It's an ABBA song, but gorgeous. So I'm walking through, and I'm trying to get to this bathroom because I have to pee. Find the bathroom. I see the merch line. The second merch line I went to, there's 3 people. Amazing. So then I go up, and I'm smiling, and then I see the price, and it was $70, and I was like, oh, prices have gone up. I rarely go to concerts, okay? And me and the person behind me was lovely parents, and they're like older, and they're like, are you gonna do it? And I said, yeah, if you do it. And so we like egged each other on, and I thought it was a really cute moment. The bathroom was right behind me. Okay, so I was like, okay, let me go to the bathroom. I saw a line for food. It was quite long, so I went inside. I'm in a suite. Okay, I never been in a suite before. I'm in suite 6. Oh, I'm in a suite. Now we get to the performance of RAYE. She is so incredible, and I'd like to say I did not get much footage because I have this new rule with myself, which is essentially like, don't over capture an experience versus actively like actually experiencing it. So I tried to like let myself film one song I choose it beforehand, or I'll just know in the moment. So for this one, I knew it was Click Click Clack. That is a song that made me feel like I needed to go live life, and it's so magical and beautiful, and I love Hans Zimmer. Anyway, so these performances were amazing. She's a wonderful storyteller. She's so dramatic in the best way ever. She is so filled with light and has been through such dark turmoil. She is so authentic and free and still trying. You can tell that they're all very religious girls, because like it was like being at a sermon, but like a sermon and a club. And I also loved, as somebody who wants to create and to do better and be better and never feels like they're quite enough, that she was like trying new things as she was performing. And then not just in the vocals, because I'm sure that no one gets the same performance, but in the, like, she's telling a story and like setting sort of like little theatrics throughout it, so like a story within a story. And she's like singing like about a girl going to a jazz club, and then she's like, we're still figuring out this bit. Like, she's just, it's refreshing to see someone who like doesn't have every bit of this perfected, but it doesn't matter because she's still there, and the talent is like mind-blowing. It was so beautiful. So then we go after the performance. It's amazing. I still feel like I'm on cloud 9. I had to call for my job. I got a suite, and it's so exciting, and the people I'm sitting next to are so lovely, and like RAYE is so magnetic, and I have to go, but I just wanted to say I'm like so grateful right now, and I feel like do the things. I had to call for work, so that's why I'm in the hall, but do it. Bye. And I rarely call off. Like, I'm like, if I'm on like so sick, that's when I call off, and I rarely get sick. But again, I'm trying to get to a point of like living for myself. So I called off, and I finished RAYE, and I was on this high. So amazing. There's so many people here. And I needed to get to my hostel, and I had not that much time. I didn't tell my mom this until I got in the room, but they closed at midnight. So if I didn't make it by midnight, my Cinderella life was going to be over. And I was having such a hard time finding it. And then I parked into a random parking garage, found the room. I was so stressed. I was so sweaty. I preemptively bought what I thought was body wash. It was conditioner. And yeah. And so I showered in part hand wash and part conditioner, but I was still so happy. And it was a shared 4-bedroom with just women, and I had a hard time sleeping. I slept in my contacts, so I felt like goop. It was at this point that I had run, because the hostel closed at midnight, and I was there at 11:30, and I could not find it. It was time to take a shower because I was very sweaty, and to go to bed. Good night. Day we explored Toronto, and I'd followed one video in particular which recommended a couple of food places, and there was a matcha place I just had to have. And so yeah, let's go to the next day, which was meant to be rainy all day. I thought I grabbed my clothes, but I had to do a walk of shame in just my pajamas.
I said 5 in the morning, I wake up to 5 for my earnings. You're in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day.
Went back, paid a $40 ticket to mistakes were made. I owe $41, so that's exciting. Now let's go. So I was really worried they weren't gonna let me out at all, so like, I'll take it. Hey, bye, I have to get to this burrito place, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. I changed. All right, let's go have an adventure in Toronto. is where the horrors of paying for parking in a city started. I didn't know, it was just the beginning. So first I went to breakfast. We're here, we made it. Monster's Deli. Found this on Instagram. I hope it's as good as I imagined. And look at the menu. So good. It was a chicken chorizo burrito with pickled jalapenos, and that orange hot sauce was really nice. It was like a tangy kind of hot, but not in like the one that leaves a weird aftertaste. Sort of like orange juice hot sauce. That doesn't really make sense, but just enjoy the clips. I was trying to get much better with my B-roll, and it was just so cool. I remember I was just smiling while driving because I was like, I'm driving in another country and I'm seeing all these things that I've never seen before, and I was just really grateful to be there and really proud of myself for putting myself in that position. So anyway, I did the burrito, and then I'll show my list of things that I was meant to do all day, like the whole time. I did most of them. I only missed 2, so I'm pretty happy with that. And after the burrito, I knew I needed to go to Hopeless Romantics bookstore. I didn't get much because I wanted to support, so I knew I was going to get something. I got this, which is to write a letter to myself, to my future self, so I can remember that I did this and I made this happen, and I can absolutely make anything happen at all. I got my sister a sticker. Here's your sticker, by the way. I need to get it to you. I got myself a sticker. It's this one. And then a little pin, because it kind of matches my bag, so I was gonna try to put it on there. We made it! So cute! Oh my goodness! I've been wondering all day, trying to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. I'm trying to get by, but I'm burning. I'm behind, my mind it runs. All these thoughts that trouble me. Fighting to give out my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave. And I walked around there, and it was really lovely. I saw bikes on my way back, and I'm always searching for an opportunity to do something more, to add a little something extra to my story. This was both a very good and challenging thing. It took me what was supposed to be a 15-minute bike ride, I want to say 30 minutes. It just took me a while to get the hang of it, and I thought that the e-bike meant that it was going to like sort of motorcycle for itself. That's not what it meant. I did all the pedaling, and it was uphill all the way there. So yeah, I think we're gonna try something here. I think I'm gonna get a bike to go to this matcha place because I want to go, but yeah, let's see. Download our app, purchase the pass, break your bike, unlock the ride. Oh, I don't have the app, dang it. And my phone's not really letting me download apps right now. I wanted to take a bike. Oh, maybe I can just pay here. Okay, let's see. I think this will be really wonderful for me. To matcha. The biking is harder than I anticipated, but it's still fun. They have black squirrels. Yeah, I'm not good enough to get in the street. A lot of people here drive in the street. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. This matcha is gonna save my life, though, so it's worth it. We're going. We're going to matcha. And the matcha place. gorgeous. It's in a district where there is, or like just state streets that are lined with like fresh fruit, a bunch of vintage clothing stores, and like just a lot of different shops. But I kept missing it. I'm like walking up and down this thing. It took me 5 minutes. I was like, it kept saying I was right there, but it's flat and you have to walk straight down, whereas everything else is like a door front, and their door is down. Anyway, I find it, I walk in, and it's gorgeous in there. The aesthetics are gorgeous, and I knew it was gonna be good matcha. And then I ordered it, and I asked for consent to film this person, and they said yes. But I did let them know I'll just do their hands. This took me a while to find. Also, I don't know exactly where to leave the bike. One problem at a time. Gorgeous in here. Matcha in all of her glory. Matcha. It actually took me a very long time to get here. I'm not good on bikes. This is the best strawberry matcha I've had in my entire life. I wish my little sister was here right now. She would, like, I wish I could bring everyone, but the color alone, I know my sister approves. The strawberry. The cold foam doesn't really taste like cheesecake though, but it's still nice. It's more so the strawberry jam for me. There's a million thrift stores. I wish I had more time. And this matcha was the best strawberry matcha I've had in my entire life. It made life feel like it was worth living. And then I noted the time, and my goal time to leave was like 1:30. So I needed to hustle it back there because it was about 12:30, and I still wanted to do other things. I will say the two people I sat next to during the concert were so lovely, and they mentioned that one of the places I wanted to go take a picture in a store that had like a little film photo booth, but they told me that it was shut down, so like maybe to call ahead. So I skipped that spot, and I wanted to try this salted brown butter donut from Dippy's Donuts or Dips Donuts, and I didn't get that one either. But when I headed back, I put the bike up. Damn, that was actually really hard, but it was fun, and I wanted an adventure, and I got one. Did it take a lot of time? Yes. Now we kind of need to, there's only one more thing I needed to do or wanted to do really bad, but now we kind of have to rush that a little. But oh no, great time. And I made sure to go get my lobster roll because I love a lobster roll. And even though I wasn't hungry, mostly because of the matcha, I was like, you're gonna get hungry, you're going home. So I went to the market. It was beautiful in there. They had a mussel shot tray, like you could just go buy a mussel singularly for $3, and I wanted it so bad, but I just really didn't have time scarcity and all that. Okay, we're in St. Lawrence Market. I think the last thing that I'm gonna get before I go back home. It's been really nice here though. I didn't get to get donuts and I didn't get to go to the photo booth, but I kind of got everything else, so that's all that matters. And I'm still thinking about that matcha. Here is the market. Wow, I literally need more time to explore, but that's where we're going, so let's go. All right, this is it. I'm home safe. I think I'm gonna like ruminate on all the feelings I have because I'm just so grateful, but like, you know, and then I'll talk about tomorrow. I'm gonna put on my RAYE shirt, but I made it back. It's been an amazing trip. I'm definitely gonna do more and be more brave and stuff later, but for now, left of a lobster roll. cold fries, you know, tea. So much gratitude and like awe and kind of like satisfaction. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed the vlog. More to come, and I'll talk to you guys later. Anyway, I'm really proud of myself for making this trip happen, and I'm really grateful to the people who made the trip feel like I wasn't alone, even though I physically was. And I love RAYE and having that whole experience, and I will carry this shirt as a badge of knowing that I can do things, and it's gonna be all right. What she said a lot in the concert, and you know, she's just incredible, and the trip was incredible. And one thing about doing this, especially with it being on a Monday, is that you really can do whatever you want with your own life, and it was just such a gift. But I feel like it just kind of woke up this thing in me, and now I want more and to do more, and I'm like, what's the next thing? Because I remember that life is like meant to be lived, and that I can, alone, a little bit nervous about it, and a little bit not even rich, but it all works out. So thank you for watching the video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please go do something brave for yourself. Know that you are wonderful, powerful, and you can do anything too. And I'll see you next time, wherever you are in this world. I hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, night, and life. And until next time, bye.